What do you think about these 20 set efforts, dense, where you do 20 sets or something? It's not something most people are using. Or...
Yeah, I think it gives you time to, if you pick the right weight, it gives you time to work on the skill and the speed of it. So it's like, if you do 20 D5, it's like 100 reps to get better at the skill. Obviously there's like huge pump and hypertrophy and all the good stuff, but huge improvement on the skill, and you can get 100 quality reps if the weight is right. And there's just so much variation, and you know, if you're losing the speed, you can just maybe you drop it down for 1 or 2 sets to 3 instead of 5. Yeah, I think it's huge. I think I definitely got better at bench press today. I'm not like a huge bench presser, but my skill of bench press improved today just by the sheer amount of volume.
Yeah, how would you relate it to athletics and training for track, like a repetition workout or a...
Yeah, it's like... it reminds me a lot of like the Tempo 200s, where it's barely within your realm to finish it. But it has to be quality to hit the time. So it reminds me a lot of like a track workout. It's just quality rep after quality rep, and you think you're done, but then you like, you know, within 20 sets, you might think you can't do any more at that speed 3 or 4 times. But because it's the right weight and you're working on a specific speed, you're firing the nervous system. Nervous system's got way more than you think. Way more than the muscles do, the nervous system has more. So, the repetition of high quality movement was amazing today.
What about those rest periods?
Yeah, fast enough to duplicate, keeps you active the whole time. So it's 20 minutes of just complete activity. The heart rate stays, you know, the nervous system stays firing. It's not enough to like, you know, if you take too much time down, then it like your nervous system sort of has time to calm down. It's a perfect recipe to like keep the nervous system firing for 20 minutes.
You're saying ideal weight. Generally, people are going to want to work with weights that are too heavy for them. Like we had George there training with us. He could do the same weight as us, but he wasn't having the same experience of it because the bar speed wasn't the same. Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
Athletics is speed, baby. Athletics is speed. So just go down in weight and hit the speed. Like it feels good and it transfers. You know, you go super heavy weight, that's great, and it's great to lift heavy weight, and you get stronger and all that's wonderful. Athletics is speed though, and nervous system timing. So that's what we focused on today, and we nailed it.
So yeah, we got the goal for most of the time, if you really want to be athletic, is that the 5th rep should be the same as the 1st rep in each set. So if your 1st rep is moving nice and fast, nice and smooth, we want the 5th rep to look just like that. And sometimes it can be a little bit faster because you're in the neural groove, you're getting things moving. It doesn't mean they have to be elastic. You could do them with a pause. There's no one repetition type. Could even have a slow eccentric. I was doing some slow eccentrics, some close grips, some pauses. We did 70 kilos on the bench for 20 sets of 5, so 7 tons of bench. Most workouts are often around about 10 tons. If you tally up what a normal person does in their workout, often it's around 10 tons for the total workout. So we did 7 tons of bench within 20 minutes. Looking for that 5th rep to be like the 1st, but then also looking for that 20th set to be like the 1st set or better. For me, my 20th set was definitely better than my first sets. Like my first 3 or so sets, because we were working with that weight, we didn't do tons of warm-up sets. We did a little bit of playing around with the empty bar and 40 kilos, but I felt much better in the last 5 sets than the first 5 sets. So this is another guideline of like what kind of intensity we're talking about. Do you have any thoughts on that side? You want to add?
Best ones were 12 through 17 for me. Were the best sort of group of 5. Feeling dense, baby. Feeling dense.
So, if you want to get started, it's not just about programming your workouts. Like you can do these workouts that I'm doing and you can customize them. You can shift them around different various goals. But it's also about being accountable, being able to track stuff, being connected to other people who are working hard. That's what I wanted, so that's why I created Dense Club. It's been phenomenal for me to get to my best shape again. I'm 16 weeks into this. If you start today, you're going to be at 16 weeks a lot sooner than if you start in a year's time. It's not really even about dense. Like I love the dense method. You can train with longer rest periods if you want to. There's various ways to customize, but you're not going to get the best out of yourself if you're just doing your own workouts on your own in isolation and nobody knows what you're doing. You're going to miss days. You're not going to train as hard. It's not going to be as good a quality. I know that because that's the same for me. It's the same for everyone. No world-class athlete trains themselves in isolation. They train with a coach. They train with the squad. They have an event coming up. That's the only way to get the best out of yourself, like proven athletically. So this is just a way that gives me that, gives you that. And it's also a way to learn about these principles of training, the short range and long range. We have the skill decks in there as well. So you learn new skills and you get walked through from level 0 to level 5. So it's not just about on-the-minute training. It's not just about dense. It's a whole athletic solution to become a much better athlete. It's not for everyone, but if it's for you, now's probably a good time. The price is going up, the entry barrier is going up, and I love that we have this available for people to improve themselves. And yeah, you did a bit of this before I came, but we've been kind of hitting it hard together. What's your thoughts on it? You've trained with lots of professional teams, and you've been a pro athlete in lots of sports. Like, what do you think about how is it for you, honestly?
It's the most time efficient. Density applies to like the training principle as well as like the time. Like, you're getting so much tonnage within a short period of time, and you can break it up through the day. If you're 10 minutes here, 20 minutes here, microdosing throughout the day, it's huge. The amount of benefits you get per hour or per set or per rep scheme of I've never run into anything like that. So one of the biggest values of the dance program, the workouts, the physical part, the mental part, it's huge. One of the biggest values that you won't know until you get in is the network you'll be connected with, the people that are in there. Absolute monsters, successful at business, successful in sports, successful in life, and you get to be connected with these people. That's the value that you can't see before you get in it. Once you're in it, there's unheard of value in that network. So
we just signed on a new location in South Africa today to go horseback hunting and learning the bow. Great coach, great physical coach, big CrossFit background, great athlete. Wants to be part of this so that we can facilitate going and training in these locations. The first events are likely to be only for the elite coaches, the core group, but the vision is to open it up that people who are training the system, who are in shape, who are on point with wanting to improve themselves and wanting to expand what they can do athletically, get out, have these experiences as well. Like, I'm super excited for that, for myself and my family, and going out there with Mitchell and other legends from the network. Like, that's my highest value and expression of life, is to be connected with this. But there's got to be that athletic buy-in of being willing to work hard and being in shape. Generally, our workouts are like 20 to 30 tons, which is 2 to 3 times what most people train with. We do train a bit lighter, but we train with more volume, more speed, and it gets you just crazy shredded. But it also builds the feeling that you can just train all day. Like, we just did 20 tons. I'm fine. Like, I could go do that same thing again. We did 10 sets, so I did 10 sets of 10 clap push-ups. Just feeling like I'm floating off the floor, where I started that journey 8 weeks ago or so, and I felt like I was pinned to the floor. So that's the little games that you play each day. Just better what you did last week. Check out if you can be the best in the network, if you can set a new standard for the whole group, the whole team. Like, that's also a beautiful thing to add. There's relative strength records, there's absolute strength records on every exercise and every repetition scheme. So it brings that game to everything. You don't have to win everything all the time. Maybe you won't win anything in your first year, that's okay, but it's a much better way to train. I train on my own in my garage, and in isolation for long periods of time over the last decade, and every time I do tens, I'm glad that I do it. Every time I move away from it, I think, why did I do that?
Big mountain run yesterday.
Just
keep going. Everything athlete.
Yeah, we have 15 Ks on the mountain, almost a kilometer of vertical gain, Mitchell was talking me through it, guiding me through it. He's the #1 running coach in the world. That's my opinion, that's my perspective. And I know I don't know all the coaches, but I see a lot of stuff that's out there. I hear a lot of people talking about stuff, and I know that he's going to have a huge impact on the running world. I'm seeing the feedback in real time from quality athletes who get some feedback from him. So if you would like to run faster, now is a good time to connect, to get yourself out to Colorado, spend some time with Mitchell, or hook up when he's going to be in other parts of the world, because it's $10,000 to have a session with Ben Patrick now. Well, it has been at various times, and I think that's relatively public. Apologize if it's not meant to be public knowledge, but he's turned down lots of sessions with people, even with willing to invest. I see the same situation coming for Mitchell, because there's no one else like him that I've worked with thousands of coaches and lots of professional teams. I've been around that environment since I was a little boy, and there's an opportunity here that is not going to be there. It's just the nature of it. There's always going to be a chance to connect, but it's not going to be at the same price point and the same level of personal connection. We've got 11 men coming out to the event in next week, and the champion men, multiple millions in following, and ready to make an impact, ready to make a difference in the world. So yeah, reach out if this is making some sense, and you can see that the relaunch of Real Movement is a big thing, and obviously the Dense Club for the pure brotherhood of athleticism and getting after it.
Keep pushing yourself. Dense, everyday athlete. Let's go.